Welcome to the Valkyrie Biker! Woohoo! This is an exciting day today. Today I have my MOD1 on the 125, so on Nightshade, my little black beastie here, and I am going to attempt to do my first ever MOD1. Well, I would like to pass. But the way I'm thinking of it is, let's try and use this as a cheap practice, I guess, because currently, as per this date of the videoing, it's £15 at 50 pence. So it's quite a cheap test, and that's the same price at the moment that's for every bike CC that you use. So I tried to sleep as best as I could last night, but inevitably I was rocking and rolling in the bed, going through my questions and answers that potentially they would ask. I actually print them off, which you can obtain from the DVSA website. All the questions and answers they ask you about maintenance of the bike and that sort of thing, and safety. Now, I didn't know that until I actually watched a YouTube channel, so just as well I kind of did a bit of homework on there. And I've got to take with me my theory test to pass, I've got to take my CBT pass, and my driving licence. So that's what I've got with me, and I'm just crossing my fingers. Yeah, so today I'm going to the pool test centre, where I'm meeting up with my examiner, and I had a quick chat with them on the phone last night because I was really nervous. So the test is at 8:15 this morning. It's about 7:20 in the morning now. Just want to make sure I get there in time, or before time, so I can relax and get rid of my skittiness of worries. I don't know what it is with me. Every time I go for a test, examination, written or otherwise, I'm always nervous. Even if I've studied as hard as I could. I don't know if it's because of my sort of freaky little brain at all, I don't know. But how do you guys prepare for your MOD1s? No matter what size bike, do you cram everything in? Do you kind of like look at YouTubes? Do you kind of go through it in your mind, or do you think, yeah, I know it, I'm gonna just relax and get on to it? This road is notorious for people to overtake when they're not supposed to, as in speed wise. I'm doing 40 miles an hour, but they seem to be wanting to go faster before the national speed limit. But there you go, just back off a little bit, let them do what they need to do. Yeah, so last night I went to bed. What time did I go to bed last night? I went to bed at 11 o'clock or thereabouts, trying to get myself tired enough that, you know, I can get a good night's sleep. And I got to bed and all these things that go through my head again. I'm like, oh my gosh, what happens if I did this? What happens if I did that? Have I practiced enough? And I'm thinking, no, I've practiced enough. I have been riding the bike kind of weekly for the last, couple of years really. I've had masses of spaces in between because of like COVID, being unwell, CBT, waiting for it to be updated, that sort of thing. But generally, I've been practicing my figure eights and my U-turns and slalom. I suppose the thing that I'm a little bit worried about, which I reckon is probably what most people get worried about, is the speed one, the speed trap, where you have to go through the speed trap to the emergency stop and the hazard avoidance. the hazard avoidance, the only way I could do that kind of practice is just by seeing something or pretending to see something in the car park, or in the road here, for example, where there's no traffic, and moving left and right, or right and left, wherever it's going to be. I need to look at it as this is just a practice, a course to practice, and if I pass it, great. And thanks so much again to Costa and to Sister Company and to the other guys out there who have been making lovely comments on the website. It's been so helpful with, you know, about the tests and bike stuff, and just generally really friendly how-tos and helpful. And we've got new people on there who have just started with our rides. So hello everyone who's new to the channel. If you don't know me, I'm Freya, Valkyrie Biker, and welcome back if you've subscribed already, and if you haven't, please do think about hitting that subscribe button and clicking that bell and just sharing, because this channel is for all of you guys. This channel is for all the learners and just like a little community of bikers, really. But I opted to do this early morning test because I knew the traffic would be pretty bad, and I wanted to get there nice and clear-headed as possible without being stressed out about traffic and the need to filter. So I didn't want stresses on me. So if you guys, you know, when you go to your MOD1 or even MOD2, then plan out your journey, put everything out the night beforehand, and like the clothes, your kit, your paperwork, that's the important one as well. Make sure your bike's all right and sorted. Like this morning at 5 o'clock I got up, and I know it's a silly time, but I got up and I put the bike out, locked it up again outside the house, so I was just ready, and the cover was off, so I can just literally just pop onto the bike after put my togs on, and it just gives you that, you know, a bit more of a breathing space to relax and to concentrate on the ride, and then obviously on the test when you get there. I used to be able to drive for hours, absolutely hours. You know, go up to Sherwood or go down to Cornwall, and yeah, you're a little bit weary, a little bit tired, but not like fatigued. But I feel that now now with this long COVID I have, just, you know, half an hour, it feels like I've been riding or even driving in the car for 3 or 4 hours, and I'm shattered. I just don't understand it. And it's so frustrating because you want to do so much. I really want to get back to work. It's just me grumbling, I'm sorry. The grumbling Valkyrie. I had my very first donation for the GoFundMe to go towards my bike license. I'm so pleased. Thank you very, very much for that. The GoFundMe is for my full license. So what I'm doing today is just a little MOD1 for the 125. A1 license, which is only £15, so I can afford that. The one which tells me to learn on a bigger bike, that's the one I need help with. Thank you. Right, I have arrived at the test centre, so let's see what happens. Right, I'm back from my MOD1 test, and oh dear, yeah, you probably tell from the tone of my voice, I didn't pass it this time. It was a fantastic experience, really friendly. The chappie who took me understood my needs of needing to repeat stuff and showing me exactly where to go and how to do it. And I got all the way up to doing my emergency stop, and then I cocked up. I put in too much back brake and had a little bit of a skid, which was, well, it's not fine, but I controlled it really, really well, so I know I can control a skid now. But because of the skid, and because it was a bit of a long skid, they failed me straight away. So I'm a little bit upset now. I'm a little bit annoyed with myself. I'm not upset, I'm annoyed. However, I went into this MOD1 test just to see if I could do it, and also if I could do it, to pass it, it'd be great. So now I've got something to work on. I'm not seeing this as a negative, I'm seeing this as a positive, and it just gets me to realise that I can do it, and I just have to practice a bit more my emergency stops. I think because I was really concerned about how fast I was going. I was spot on with my miles per hour. It's 51 kilometres an hour. I didn't even look at the mile per hour thing. And I was like, okay, I've done my manoeuvring, so I moved it from the square to the square. Sorry, I did my slalom first of all, and then I did my figure eight. And that was the thing that was worrying me the most, because I thought, oh gosh, have I practiced enough? And it was fine. Just take it nice and easy, feather the back brake, give it a little bit of feathering on the clutch, and it was absolutely fine. And I was talking to myself all the way through this. I couldn't video it, sadly, the MOD1, which is fine. They it's just they don't want people to video it, and I can understand. So after the figure eight, I then came up, and then I had to do a slow move, I think it was, like a crawling speed, and then from the crawling speed to these four blue box of cones, then that's when I did the U-turn. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I was really, really nervous about having a U-turn. To me, that was going to be my nemesis. But I was happily surprised to see the actual space you get to a U-turn is huge, absolutely ginormous. So whereas I've been practicing with like normal roads and two parking spaces of a car park, the U-turn for the actual test is massive. So that gave me a lot of confidence for my next one. And then of course the next one was my emergency stop, where I did a cock up, but I'm fine, the bike's fine, their floor is fine, and it is, as I said, a learning process. So I'm really happy, annoyed, a little bit annoyed with myself, but happy as well. And the reason why I'm happy is because I realise actually it's not such a scary thing. You know, doing a MOD1 on a 125 and on a superlight, a Kiwi superlight 125 no less, which is a heavy beastie to you know, to manoeuvre around on the first part of your course. It's possible, and I can do it. I mean, I had to take some rest after I moved my bike from the first square to the second square in the handling part. I had to give myself about a 5-minute rest because my breathing wasn't very good. So yeah, COVID, thank you, giving me out of breath again. And then after I rested up with that one, I just went through and did the others. And as I wasn't physically having to move the bike with my body, I didn't have a problem with the breathing. But I am tired. I am really tired. Again, that's the long COVID, but it's it was such a great experience. Now, when I rebook it, and I will rebook it as soon as I can, I know what to expect, and I know it's not a scary thing. The guys at Pool DVLSA, they are so good, and they really help relieve your nerves so much. Yeah, guys, have a comment below. Did you pass your mod first time on a 125, or did you cock it up somewhere like I did? It'd be good to know I'm the only one who didn't do it first time. I'm wondering if it's going to make me a better rider actually, because you know, I didn't I've been practicing my emergency stops, but until somebody comes out and actually puts their hand up, you don't know if you're going to skid or not. And what I think my problem was, I had too much of the back brake. I feathered the front brake and I tried to have an increase, but when it came to it, yeah, too much of the back brake. But the positiveness of that I'm taking away with me is that I actually controlled the skid really, really well, and that's what he said. Didn't drop the bike, didn't put my foot down, you know, just the left foot. Yeah, that would have been perfect had I not cocked up. Ah dear, never mind. Well, thank you very much for coming and riding with me. It's always a pleasure to do these little POV rides, these point of view rides, but I especially thank you for coming along on my very first MOD1 on the Kiwi Superlight 125. Please do check back on the next videos. I'm sure there's going to be a lot more ahead on this journey to get my full license. Take care, drive safe, ride free. Bye bye for now.